Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen Ship Buyer's Guide. Today we are talking about the Vanguard and its variants. The Vanguard and its concept variants are on sale until the 7th of September. And let's start with the Warden. It's the standard Vanguard model that has previously been on sale. The Vanguard Warden is the standard model adapted from the rough and ready version used by the military. The original contract called for a ship capable of surviving a complete hull breach and up to 33% structural loss. And time again, Aegis Vanguard have gone well beyond the letter of the law in bringing crews home. With heavy-hitting forward weapons, an enhanced weapons suite, and the most advanced two-person escape pod currently available, the Vanguard Warden is a ship designed to take a beating and come out on top. The Warden is available for $250 excluding taxes and comes with 24 months insurance. It has that life pod that isn't just for making coffee or using a microwave in. If you need to eject or break away from your main ship, this will allow you some limited flight and travel. It's almost like a second life. All the Vanguards are pretty tough ships, lots of armour, redundancies, and the Warden is an even smarter choice for someone who really values their safety. The hulls of all the Vanguards look pretty similar, pretty much identical in my opinion. There are some very slight changes, but the only real changes are the modules inside them, so like the life pod, and the weapons mounted on them. Each Vanguard shares a lot of similarities. 2 power plants and 6 shield generators, allowing for great coverage and redundancies against combat. A maximum of 2 crew, 12 TR2 thrusters, and 2 TR4 engines. All also have 4 size 2 weapon mounts on the wings and 1 size 5 weapon mount on the nose. Manned turret on the top as well, which appears to be a size 6 slot. And based on the model, they have more or less room for missiles, torpedoes, and those pylon mounts. The Warden, the standard Vanguard, has the most mundane weapon loadout of the Vanguards. It's geared towards standard fighting, standard combat, if there is such a thing or a term. It comes with 4 M4A laser cannons, the best named weapon in the game in my opinion, a size 4 Apocalypse Arms Death Ballistic Cannon, and that manned turret on top has 2 sawbucks. And that's why I think it's a size 6, because it's a manned turret, which is 2 points of size, and then 2 size 2 weapons, adding up to 6 points of size. It also has room for missiles and torpedoes in the form of 2 size 2 pylon mounts. It's an okay stock loadout, but with a bit of upgrading and tweaking, you could have one hell of a weapons platform here. And if you want your role to be tanking for a larger fleet, to be engaging first, literally as the vanguard of a fleet, running in, scouting ahead, then having that escape pod on such a heavy fighter is a great idea, allowing you to, if you do get killed or if you do get knocked out or heavily damaged, ejecting into that pod with your co-pilot and then being able to get back to one of your ships, one of your carriers, one of your Idris, whatever, and get another ship out. Let's move on to the Vanguard Sentinel. Why take damage when you don't have to? The Vanguard Sentinel is a ship that's designed to fight smart instead of taking enemies head on. This conversion features an AR cockpit, an external E-War pod, decoy missiles, a set of EMP charges. In their military capacity, Vanguard Sentinels often provide necessary combat support for combined operations, helping to establish space superiority through so-called trickster missions built around sowing misdirection and confusion. A lone Sentinel assigned Wild Weasel tasks is frequently paired with Harbinger bombers and Warden escorts for large attack missions. Working together, a mixed unit of Vanguards have been credited with confusing and eliminating ships as large as an enemy battlecruiser. So this variant replaces that life pod from the Warden and its armament from the Warden with lots of E-War equipment. The nose gun is replaced with a plasma cannon, and it has 2 distortion cannons and 2 Max-Ox electron guns instead of those M4A laser cannons. The manned turret with the sawbucks on has been replaced with some form of external E-War pod, and its missile pylons have decoy missiles and EMP charges in. And the Sentinel is available for $265 with lifetime insurance this time, and 2 pieces of hanger flare. It's a concept sale for these actual variants. Not the Warden. No concept sale for the Warden, it's already happened. But both the Sentinel and the Harbinger are on concept sale. The Sentinel is also available as an upgrade to the standard Warden for an extra $15. And all of these prices that I am stating within this ship buyer's guide are excluding taxes. So the Sentinel is going to be for pilots that want to sow chaos and confusion around a battlefield while doing some fighting, sneaking past the enemies, stopping enemy ships dead in their tracks, as well as disabling their info, damaging their targeting systems, whatever your mission is. You're a supporty-ish kind of variant of the Vanguard, but Vanguards are pretty damn powerful as fighting ships, so you've just got some extra little tweaks there to be able to support bombers, to be able to do possibly more reconnaissance tasks. There is so much you can do with electronic warfare that we're going to have a totally separate video onto the meat of e-warfare. But you could also do some commercial running with these systems on this ship, although they'd have recommended that you buy some extra drive space once you're out in the verse. So you could be running info or even info smuggling with the Vanguard Sentinel here. So it suits a lot of different roles. Let's move on to the Vanguard Harbinger. Hit hard and get home alive. The Vanguard Harbinger is Earth's standard fighter bomber, converting the standard Warden's model escape pod into a potent bomb bay. The extended range of the Vanguard and the relatively small profile mean that it can go where carrier-based planes or large strategic bombers don't, and then strike hard and make it back to the frontier bases. With standardised parts and easy to change hull sections, the Vanguard Harbinger is a powerful bomber that can operate out of the roughest forward operating bases. So this variant replaces that Warden's life pod with more munitions, a bomb bay, lots of torps. If you wanted a more combat-y variant, or at least a variant with more firepower to take on larger ships, so it's those torpedoes, it's those missiles, it's the potential to have a lot more devastating firepower. It might not necessarily be better against fighters or dogfighters, but it's definitely going to have more potential firepower. And if you're after that, then the Harbinger is probably for you. The nose gun is replaced by a mass driver railgun this time, and it has higher powered lasers than the M4As as well. The man turret has rocket pods, and more importantly, the life pod has been replaced with a large extra torpedo hardpoint and ammo bay. In fact, it looks like there's 2 more size 2 hardpoints and 2 more size 3 hardpoints. Obviously, a variety of different missiles can fit in there as well. I mean, they're not static. You could have, I think it suggests that there's room for 6 size 2 torps there. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what we can cram into that new torpedo bay, whether it be missiles, torpedoes, whatever we want to jam in there. The Harbinger is available for $280 and comes with, again, lifetime insurance and 2 pieces of hanger flare. It's also available as an upgrade to the standard Warden, the standard Vanguard, for $30. So there you have it. 3 models of Vanguard, all great at fighting. The Warden, a fighter with an extra life. The Sentinel, a trickster e-war electronic warfare ship, and the Harbinger, a powerful fighter bomber. But hang on, there is more. There are now Battlefield upgrade kits too. So during this sale, they're selling Battlefield upgrades to the different variants of the Vanguards. Effectively, these ships aren't really variants. They are because there's fractional changes to the hulls, but the main changes that make the Vanguards into their different roles are modules and the weapon hardpoints, the weapons that are actually mounted on there. And these are represented by upgrade kits you can also purchase, allowing you to change any of the models to another. Treat these in a similar way to the Retaliator modules, but exclusively for the Vanguard, and also change the weapons, not just the interior modularness of it. They contain the main module and the weapon variants, and any other internal changes. So the Warden's kit is available for $10 and has a life pod. So yes, you can purchase a Harbinger and then also get the Warden upgrade kit and then switch them around to both. You can go, today I want to play in the Warden, and then I can remove that Battlefield upgrade kit and it will go back to being the Harbinger. Again, the Sentinels Battlefield kit is available for $25. That has the E-War module and the weapons that the Sentinel has. And then you've got the Harbinger, which has the main bomb bay, the main torpedo bay, and that's $45. Those upgrade kits will allow you to change between the different Vanguards by swapping out the inner core at the holo table. You swap those battlefield kits on the holo table when they're available. And unlike normal upgrades, they're not one use. You don't have to apply them on the website. You can literally change them and swap them in and out on the holo table. Both the upgrade kits from the Sentinel and the Harbinger do indeed also come with lifetime insurance. The Warden's kit does not come with lifetime insurance, it instead comes with 24 months insurance. It's likely that the Vanguard Warden will be available to fly in Arena Commander before its variants. It's unlikely that it all will come out at the same time. If you do purchase one of the variants, you will get a loaner Vanguard Warden until your ship is ready to fly in Arena Commander once the Vanguard Warden is also done. Might have made that sound a little bit more complicated than it was at the end. Battlefield upgrade kits are just basically bundles of modules and weapons, all in a kit that you can apply at once, bam, and you'll get a loaner. You'll get a loaner ship if your particular Vanguard isn't ready, so don't worry about that. And eventually there's going to be even more modularity to the Vanguards, but it is one hell of a powerful fighter. It may not be nimble compared to other dogfighters or other fighters, but who cares when you have that many guns? And you're made of sterner stuff. You're made of unobtainium. Maybe not that, but you're very durable as a ship. Anyway, guys, I hope that was informative. That's the Vanguard and its variants. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the verse.